to Conspiracy Brothers.
Welcome, welcome. All right, the world's going to hell. Kanye's gone full artist.
Yes.
The world's gripped in madness.
Yeah.
But
Kanye,
don't worry.
He's channeling Jesus.
Yeah, man.
Like, wake up, Mr. West, wake up, culture. Wake up. Everybody think they so woke, but they following the rules of what woke's supposed to be. We brainwashed out here, bro. Come on, man. This is a free man talking. Democrats had us voting Democrats for food stamps for years, bro. What are you talking about? Guns in the 80s, taking the fathers out the home, Plan B, lowering our votes, making us abort our children. God should not kill.
Yeah, I heard his. I actually haven't had time to check out his latest album yet, but I heard it's pretty bizarre, and that he's just trying to do new crazy things, which I'm all for. I think that's an artist. I think it's valid. You know,
yeah, I
might even
where he's going.
Yeah, crazier the better, as far as I'm concerned, and just in general.
But it's amazing with him how if he starts just stepping outside the lines of what's acceptable in the music biz, they come after him.
I mean, I'm less worried about the Illuminati than the women in the house that he lives in. Yeah. I'm really concerned for his mental and physical health as just from his immediate surroundings. Not even a conspiracy.
Yeah, what is he doing in that house?
I don't know, but men don't do very well in those households.
No.
I heard Brad Pitt was hooking up with the oldest one, Courtney.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's almost okay. So Angelina's the worst possible decision a man can make. The second worst is the one that Johnny Depp got with.
Oh yeah, Amber Heard. She's horrible.
Yeah.
She's evil.
Yeah, man. I was gonna I told people to dump any stock you had in Tesla when he started dating her.
Yeah.
Because I thought, man, the company is just done for. But I was wrong. He proved me right. He dumped her and turned it around.
Yeah. How about though? He's saying that you're going to be able to get your brain chip in a shopping mall in the next year. They're pushing.
I mean, I'll get that before a flu shot.
I think if I had to choose between the two, I would probably get the brain chip. You know?
I mean, the thing is though, is they just have to convince me that it actually worked.
Right.
That's the first thing. Because there's all these new technologies, they'll pump them out and send to you. Oh, this new app. It's like, but wait, it doesn't work. And the last one before that didn't work.
Yeah.
So before you get to the next version, maybe you should just actually make your fucking technology work.
Yeah. It would be cool if you could just upload skills, you know? You could just be the greatest guitarist in the world.
Hell yeah, man.
But then if everyone can do that, then who's the greatest? You know?
I don't know, but that's the thing. Skills don't matter anymore.
Right.
In this world, your qualifications and your actual abilities, I mean, maybe it still matters in sports, but everywhere else, it doesn't matter. Your know-how, knowledge, expertise, those things are things of the past.
It's funny to think about, as the robots and AI start to take over, where sports will go. You know? They couldn't. Yeah. I mean, where will it go? Let's see. What would make people watch sport? If you could watch, the robots playing an even sicker version of the game, or more souped up or whatever. But what I would like to see, the robots just tear up the regular players. I would watch that. The regular players versus the robots.
Oh, I would love watching that.
It's like the prisoners versus the guards.
See, that's the thing to me. I don't enjoy when the teams are equally matched.
Yeah.
It's not fun for me. To me, that's watching a tug of war between two people that have almost the same strength.
Yeah.
I want to see someone someone's arms fucking pulled off, in real life, which actually does sort of happen.
Yeah.
Tug of war is really dangerous. And but it's yeah, I want to see some crazy shit go down. I want to see a RoboCop quarterback.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, I don't want them just taking everyone's jobs. Let's have some good entertainment while it's happening.
Yeah, and also these dudes, man, these sports are too dangerous for people to do.
Yeah.
I mean, football. I mean, what kind of profession can you have an almost 100% rate of developing like basically a fatal condition?
Yeah.
And they don't stop it, and they don't do anything. There's nothing like that. I mean, even people that, workers that people don't give a shit about, by the time almost 100% of them are dying,
yeah,
someone does something. So it amazes me that, yeah.
Like when you compare it to hockey, it's funny because you have fighting that's a part of the game,
Yeah.
but you don't have nearly the brain injuries that you do.
No.
As in football.
No, not at all, man. And that's the thing. Like these hockey guys, they can still at least tie their shoes into their 40s.
Yeah.
And I mean these guys, I feel really bad for them. I mean, I've only hit my head a couple times, and my IQ is probably around like 35 or 40. You know what I mean? And so like if I get hit that many times, I don't know how dudes are doing it and still being capable. Keep all those fucking plays. We're gonna do a 4, 5, 69, or 17. I'd be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What, coach? Man, they gotta be smart to even follow those diagrams.
Seriously. But we got to get into the hot topic of the day right now. We got Epstein now back in the news, and because apparently, have you seen the meme? The Epstein didn't kill himself. It's like going everywhere.
Yeah. I did see that actually. And then the video before that, which I thought was crazy, was the leaked audio of that.
Amy
reporter.
Robeck, I think was her name.
Yeah, that's.
That was crazy. I mean, I keep hoping. Is it gonna wake people up? Are they gonna see that how much they're being lied to because it's now so obvious? It's like,
I don't know. They don't even have that story. Jen watches MSNBC, and I just like to peek in every now and then just to see if they'll divert for even a second away from fucking Trump and Russia/Ukraine.
Yeah.
No, they don't even take a breath, man. Not a breath.
Yeah. I mean, I still feel like Epstein had the dead man switch and he's still alive.
Maybe.
Why not? I mean, if I were him, I would have totally had that thing put in place so that no one can just take you out, because then it all goes out. It would all leak out. And would it just be easier if everyone thinks he's dead? Yeah. Right? And then everyone gets away and,
You want to know something spooky though that I had a memory. Tell me if you remember this. I'm pretty sure this is right. I don't think this was a dream. But about 4 or 5 years ago, before Trump was elected, Vladimir Putin stopped having Russian kids being allowed to be adopted by American families. He stopped all Russian kids being adopted to America. Everywhere else is still okay. But he stopped basically adopting them away to America. And people at the time, the conspiracy world was because it's, obviously pedophiles or whatever. And that's what I thought too.
Right.
But it's funny now when you think about it. No one's mentioning that he said that, and he did stop. There's no more Russian orphans coming in the U.S. And it's not because of any kind of military or political tension or whatever. It's because Vladimir Putin said that there are pedophiles in the U.S. That's I remember reading the story. I have to try to find the article or whatever, but maybe somebody can comment and tell me I'm wrong or full of shit, or maybe just let me know the article.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that happened.
Sometimes Putin does things I like.
I mean, isn't it amazing now that the only bar is to not be a child predator?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it seems like it.
How about the Prince Andrew? How did you see how he was pictured with the teenage girl alongside Ghislaine Maxwell? Did you see that picture?
Yeah, I saw.
And then so there he is with her right next to him, and he's saying that no, I've never met that girl. And people are like, oh, okay. He says he never met her, so forget about that picture.
To me, I don't know how that palace stands there without anybody doing anything about it.
That just tells you how.
I'm not saying I would do anything. I'm not saying anyone should. I'm just saying it amazes me that there's never been a full class revolt. And I mean, it's been a bunch of centuries since I think Britain's had anything like that. I need to look into my British history, but
I mean, there is revolt going on though. I mean, you have I don't know if are the yellow vest protesters still doing their thing? I mean, there's protests going on all over.
Yeah, I know there definitely are in France.
Yeah.
In Toulouse, there are huge riots, and obviously in Hong Kong.
Yeah. But how about with the NBA, how they bow down to China? You can't show any support of the Hong Kong protesters because China owns the NBA.
A word or sentence feud with Daryl Morey, but I believe he wasn't educated on the situation at hand, and he spoke, and so many people could have been harmed, not only financially but physically, emotionally, spiritually. So just be careful what we tweet and we say and what we do. Even though yes, we do have freedom of speech, but there can be a lot of negative that comes with that too.
So freedom of speech is just fine, says LeBron James. As long as you don't do anything crazy with it, like, I don't know, obliquely criticize the Chinese Communist Party. That's out of bounds. It might harm people spiritually. It also might potentially make LeBron James slightly less rich. And of course, that's the real problem with it.
Kids still look up to these assholes.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Do kids really still? Because I remember it's a bygone era, man. Like the worst thing, Michael Jordan, the worst thing he ever did was gamble.
Yeah,
he's a hero.
Yeah.
These fucking guys have zero integrity, man. Zero integrity, and that's the thing kids need to see is some adults that actually believe in something, and not just we'll be a little safer.
Yeah.
We'll be a little safer. Have people that actually, you know what, our principles mean something. And it's worth sacrificing a little bit of security to stand by our principles. And I can't stand that there aren't more adults teaching kids this shit in this country. What kind of fucking panty waste culture is this?
They're being taught to be victims. It's like you don't get anywhere by being in the victim class.
First of all, every time I've been a victim, I want to deny that shit as much as possible. I don't want to admit it because it hurt. I don't like the idea of being one.
Yeah.
And even to my own detriment, to not even admit that some things are beyond my control. I'd rather still feel like it's my fucking problem. I don't know if that's right or wrwrong, but Jesus Christ.
Well, by being a victim, it says that you have no power to change what's going on.
Yeah, and you shouldn't even try. That's the part that really makes me mad.
Right.
And that's the message that they're getting. And whatever, you can tell people, have people been wronged? Yeah. For fuck, yes. Everything's true. You've been wronged. All that shit's right. But to turn yourself into a victim and expect the bad guys to just turn nice?
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Get them by the throats, for the fuck's sake. You got to get them by the throats. And that's the only way any culture ever made any progress in this country against the benevolence of the Republicans or the Democrats.
Right.
It was the fact that they got people by the fucking throats.
Yeah.
So anyway,
when are we gonna see it? I mean,
yeah.
When is the uprising coming? The true one, not a Soros-funded one.
Yeah. Happy Sunday, every fucking body.
Just fired up today.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. This season,
anger is a gift.
I don't know what to do with it all this holiday season, man. I don't know what to do with it all, and I see everybody else around me, in traffic, at work, and everywhere I go, in the same state. They all are ready to about kill each other, and I don't blame them.
And why do you think that is?
Because this country is a laughable cesspool of corruption.
Well, yeah, no one gets in trouble. I mean, what?
And it's
Roger Stone he got convicted of what? I mean, the crime is ridiculous. What these other people are doing and not getting in trouble for it, it's just amazing to me.
Did you see that Trevor Noah make a joke Joking and cackling with Hillary Clinton?
Oh yeah. How did you kill? Yeah, exactly. How did you kill Epstein?
Oh, isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny, Trevor?
It's all a joke. It's all a
Trevor. Like what a piece of scum.
Yeah.
I hope he sees this fucking video, man. I hope this podcast, if there's one thing it accomplishes, I hope he realizes that I want him to know that I have no respect for him. My wife loves him. I'm sure she'd go and bang him and leave me for him next minute. Fuck him. I don't care. Fuck him. Fuck him.
Yeah, I hate him. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I don't care if everybody likes him better than they like me. I don't care. I don't care if my own family likes him better than they like me. Fuck him anyway. Fuck him.
All those people, man.
Happy Sunday, motherfuckers.
So you think the Epstein story now, even though, I mean, it's really amazing seeing the meme at, like, you see it at the airport, like it'll say, like, you know, boarding gate 63. Epstein didn't kill himself. And you see that, like, restaurants, it'll be on the menu, like on the specials, it'll be like Epstein didn't kill himself. It's really hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, it is funny, but at the same time, like, dude, these are fucking kids, man.
I know.
These fucking kids.
This is the thing. I mean, I'm just, because when it all went down before and then it just got swept under the rug, I was like, okay, I guess nothing's gonna be done about this. It's just, you know, just like the rest of the bullshit.
Get ready for. I'm sure I'm going to be thrown off the internet for this, but, you know, it'd be one thing if it was just a bunch of bimbos who are actually adults.
Yeah.
Capable adults who are maybe, you know, I feel badly for them. Their decision making is screwed up and they're not making good decisions, whatever. They're not children.
Yep.
Let's deal with like, I just think it's just not fucking funny when it's kids, man. What the fuck? Yeah. What the fuck? Happy Sunday.
Well, dude, that's why, I mean, the whole drag queen story hour always gets me fired up.
Man, don't even start me with that shit. They didn't do anything to anybody, man.
What? Dude, these fucking
goddamn
are convicted pedophiles, man.
No gay person or trans person did a goddamn thing in any of this.
Who do you think these people are that want to go have access to these kids that dress these
rich people? Like, that's what I think. Huh? A bunch of fucking rich fucking vampires. A bunch of old wrinkly faced fucks and their goddamn kids, their fucking offspring. That's who I think.
Dude, you have those that are off in the shadows more, but these people are coming now into schools and having the kids ride their fucking Johnson while they read them a pornographic book. I mean, these are convicted pedophiles that are coming into schools and getting access to kids. And the parents are like, yeah, here, it's trendy, it's liberal, go sit on their lap. Yeah, go ahead. It's like, go put $1 in their waistband. It's like, that is the shit that you should be pissing you off as well, man. Because it's not just like, oh, the gay people and the trans. No, these are evil people that are coming in. You look at these fucking people and they're demons. They're fucking demons, dude.
Dude, they don't, listen. Those people, they don't move the needle for me. What moves the needle for me are rich motherfuckers. And I know,
not everyone rich wants to fucking abuse children, okay? Not everyone rich wants to.
It seems like most of them do. It seems like most of them do. Forgive me, and it's no other group of people can I comfortably say that. Trans people,
so who are the rich
people, Jewish
how
people,
much money do you have?
Nothing to anyone ever. As a group, nothing to anyone ever. The only group that's ever fucked with anybody ever are rich motherfuckers. They're the only group that's ever plagued, ever bothered, ever been a fucking problem for anybody. And I don't understand why people don't see it, man. And the fact they don't see it is what keeps the knives from the rich people's fucking throats. So I guess that's why every message that I fucking see everywhere is like, oh, you gotta hate on a trans person or hate on a gay person because they put on a dress or whatever. Dude,
no, it's because they're going after kids. He can wear his fucking dress wherever he wants, but not going into schools and having kids ride on his dick, man.
Do you think that's where the kids are vanishing? You think that's where hundreds of thousands of kids are going every year?
That's where the grooming is happening. Yes, they're being abducted all other places that at once they've gotten nice and groomed for the fucking vampire pedophiles to eat them up, and they accept it. Oh yeah, sacrifice my kid. Yeah, how about they got the fucking statue of Moloch over there in front of the Coliseum now, because it's now all coming out. And the fucking drag queens are a huge element of it all, man. It's all oozing out.
But why I don't know why you think they're the ones behind it, though. That's the only thing I don't get.
They're the ones behind it at all. I'm saying that they're the Renfields that are going out and bringing the kids in and then giving them to the other vampires, the higher up fucking reptilian vampires, man. But you gotta this. The thing is, it's not. I mean, you could say rich. Who is rich? When does the rich label kick in? Are you a millionaire, a billionaire? What is it? Because really, what you got to look into these family bloodlines, man. That's because all of these rich people, it goes into these family bloodlines.
You want me to tell you what the difference is? And the difference is the kind of person.
Yeah, the people that come.
And you can spot the difference on the street. You can see the kind of person on the street. And there are poor people that have money. That's different. That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. There's ambiguity in your terms. You just have to. We need more preciseness.
No. I think a bunch of dudes who are troubled or have whatever going on in their life and want to go put on a dress to feel better or have some thrills have nothing to do with the problem.
Dude, that's not what it is, man. Go in and have some thrills.
There are people who have a sense of entitlement to run the fucking world because that's what their fucking dipshit parents told them, and they have the world to back them up on it. That's the problem. And you went to school with them.
Yes, I agree. I think I agree with you. But what I'm saying is that there's a grooming happening, you know, and the people that are more insidious but behind the curtain, yes, they are there and they're behind the curtain and they're the bigger problem. But we have to, I think that there's this insidious element going on where it's like there's this oozing and bleeding and you have these fucking disgusting, horrible, convicted pedophile people that are going in and having access to kids, and it's supposed to just be a celebrated thing. I'm not down with that.
I mean,
does that mean that I don't want to go after these fuckers that are higher up the chain? No, I want to go after them too. But I think dealing with what is right in front of our fucking face is important as well.
I mean, the thing that I realize is that for me, the war is lost because it's just by just sheer breeding. Like the fact that I for my entire life, girls have felt nothing but fucking repulsion at me, and the fact that I will never reproduce. Dude, whatever. But like, I'm telling you, man, like the good people ain't reproducing.
I agree, and that's the problem. You see a lot of other people that are reproducing.
And I'm not talking about any immigrant, and I'm talking about I see rich people with oodles of kids that are all doing just fine.
I don't know. I don't see that as much. I see, white people not having kids anymore. I see.
Is it white people?
Yeah, no, it's white people are not having kids anymore, dude. I mean, look at us.
No, it's the middle. Dude, it's the middle class.
You still have Mexicans that are having kids in the fucking drove, man. I mean, you have black people that are still having tons of kids. Well, the ones that aren't aborted, I should say, because there's millions of those being aborted. But
dude,
yeah,
really, come on.
Muslims are having tons of kids, lots and lots of kids.
So you really are going to make the argument that black people and Muslims are a problem?
No, I'm saying they're having kids and white people aren't. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, I still think it's still a class thing. To me, like, whatever numbers you can find in races, like whatever correlations, they're going to the strength of that correlation is going to vanish. It's going to be like a candle in the sunlight compared to the correlation with class.
So wait, you're probably down with then the demonization of white people that's going on, like on college campuses all over and whatnot, where people,
if you want to demonize
a sign that says it's okay to be white because that's a hate crime, and you deserve to go to jail for that. Because
no, I'm not down with that. But if you want to demonize, if you want to bring to earth some of these like forefather guys that were really just fucking scumbags, Yeah, I'm for that. If instead of putting them up on statues and pretending they're these deities, I think we should bring them down a notch.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about what are we? I mean, I'm talking about how there is a demonization of just like if you're white, you're supposed to hate yourself for being white because you had slave owners back in the day. Which in reality, when you look into it, no one wants to talk about the black slave owners that sold the slaves to white people. Where's black slavery? It's still going on. If you go look in Africa, they have slave blocks, and the people that sell the slaves are fucking black. Okay, what needs to be addressed. And the fact that slavery is still going on all over the place, but white people need to be. We need to feel bad because 1% of people of our ancestors had fucking slaves when everyone else had slaves as well. But we need to feel bad, and we need to say, no, white people, you shouldn't reproduce at all because you're a piece of shit. You're a scourge on the fucking earth. No, I don't. I disagree.
Dude, I would love. No. I feel what you're saying. But let's
go back to it's in the fucking movies. It's everywhere. The demonization of white people. And I don't like it because I don't like demonization of anyone except the people that are fucking us all over. The people that are screwing the kids. Let's demonize them, not fucking white people.
Dude,
it ain't about race, dude. And that's what they're making it about. And it pisses me the fuck off.
It ain't about race. You're right. You're right. Totally. It's about class. And there were rich slave traders in Africa who had more pigment in their fucking skin. You know what I mean? Like, it's absurd. It's absurd. It's a one person. It's a rich person thing, and people can forget anything about any fucking pigmentation or whatever. It has nothing to do with anything. There were people that were victimizing other people. There are people that are fucking psychopaths.
Yeah, that's what we need to talk about. The psychopathic gene, not the fucking white gene, okay? Yeah, there were a lot of white people that were in power, but yeah, there's also a lot of other, let's talk about the Saudis. Let's talk about all the other people that are in power. But no, it's all just the evil white man. The evil white man is the bane of our existence. Fuck that, man. It's these bloodline families, dude, that own everything and control all the shit that turn the society into the fucking putrid state that it's in.
If you were to randomly sample anyone on the globe, any race, color, whatever, religion, chances are they're going to be nice. And that's across the board. If you were to sample rich people, your odds of finding a pedophile are very fucking high. Your chances of finding somebody that's evil and wants nothing but horrible things for the rest of their fucking species, your odds of finding that is high. So what does that say? That's scientific. That's the data. And you can't, if you were to use race, you're not going to increase your chances of finding somebody like that. But if you use class, to sort out your data set, you will find it.
Right, but also what you're ignoring though is that the family bloodlines I go back to is because these bloodlines are the ones
most people are rich
because they're all psychopaths. They're all psychopathic, They all have that psychopathic gene, and then when they're all traumatized as kids. I mean, not that I want to feel bad for them, but they all traumatized as kids, and they're bred into that system.
Well, I'd like to traumatize them some more.
Yeah, me too. But the thing is, at first this has to be known, and then that can be broken, and suddenly, their kids. They don't have to be traumatized, and then the cycle can be broken.
I mean,
well, this has to come out, and that's why you see, the censorship that's coming on as all this shit is oozing out, like with Epstein, and all of it's being put to bed. But they're trying to keep the lid on it, and that's where you see the censorship on the internet going on. I mean, look at with Alex Jones, dude. They're censoring him fucking hardcore because he's talking about that shit.
I'm with you, dog.
Right? Why is he banned on every fucking platform? Why is that? Do you know why?
We're in total agreement. Our
wavelengths. Reasoning,
we are not coherent again. Our wavelengths are right back on, man.
Because
that's the one thing. The one thing where it doesn't matter what anyone says. I want to hear it. I want to be able to be like, what is the worst thing that my worst enemy is saying? And I don't want any of them to be shut down in terms of being able to talk, because I want to know what the fuck's going on. And anybody who's like trying to shut down speech is either a psychopath or the kind of coward that I have no respect for.
And dude, this is what's being pushed on college campuses, man. This is what's being pushed. Like, you go and see interviews with kids at college campuses. They're like, well, no, I mean, you shouldn't. Basically, if you say anything that offends someone, then you shouldn't be allowed to say it. This is the mentality. This is these kids today. They're like, no, they'll say, well, I like free speech, but not if it offends somebody.
I mean, when people ask me about my education, I do even sometimes say this on occasion when it won't affect me financially, is that I could tell you where I went to school, but I want you to think of me as a person that's uneducated. I want you to think of me as someone who flunked out of high school. Think of me as that when you're talking to me.
Why is that?
That's what I want to say when they're trying to fucking size me up by figuring out which fucking finishing school I went to. And then when I whatever, maybe I'll convince them I went to like fucking, maybe I didn't go. Maybe I don't know. It really offends me the way that there's this tie with education and class and all that shit. That's always made me really fucking uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
It's made me, and I was around it a little bit, not when I was in state school, when I was in a private institution. Let me tell you, that shit is rampant, and it disgusted me to be part of it. Yeah. And I have letters and shit?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I got some letters and shit, but I honestly, I kind of hate talking about it. For me, it's like, for people who are like, I feel like guys that like really fought and did a lot of shit in the military probably like aren't wearing their like medals around all the time. I'm not a veteran, I don't know, but it just, you know what I mean? Because they've seen both sides of it, they feel sort of fucked up about it, is what I would suspect. I don't know. Maybe some veterans can tell me I'm full of shit. But I just think that it's got to kind of bind you up a little bit. And it's not, dude, I feel bad. It's such a tough situation. And I'm not going to hate on it. Dude.
As a veteran, you mean? Or what do you mean?
No, veterans, man.
Yeah.
Like, as much as you'll hear me hate on war efforts, I think veterans as a group are just like the best fucking people, dude.
Totally. And then look at how they're fucking shat on. Look at how they're used and abused. It's just, that's what really, another thing that really pisses me off, because they're brainwashed as kids to say, yeah, I'm going to go, serve my country and defend and, protect us and shit.
I know. And it's like, it's a good instinct.
What's that?
It's a good instinct they have. And they take advantage, when I see a big corporate institution, which is what this country is, take advantage of a bunch of good-hearted kids, and there's just such shysters about it, and predatory in the way they go about it. It's shameful. And one of the things that I'm, when I support the military, I want to give them as much fucking armor as they can fucking handle. And when it comes to cutting off their, I feel I'm generally for big military budgets, because the first things that get cut are their fucking armor and shit like that, because of the way the Pentagon works. Yeah. It's a shame. But anyway, dude, this is a good fucking podcast.
Yeah, right? But now with the robots, we shouldn't really have to have the guys going into battle anymore, right?
I'm for it.
Yeah, well, definitely. I don't want to have just drone bombings everywhere and whatnot, but like if it gets our people out of harm's way, like it's this war being big business is what needs to also be addressed, because that's they used to make weapons to fund wars, and now they make wars to fund weapons. How did it go? Something like that. I don't know.
I'll tell you, I do think that will sort of. I'll tell you this, that the brain power in the sort of the establishment, it's dying out. There's nobody filling it up in America. Like the whole military industrial complex is just a dying animal. It's not. It's like it's like a gray hair that's about to fucking fall out. Like it really is. And there's no replenishment of it, because the country is just barren of people that are interested and capable. Which I don't know. I'm glad people aren't going to fight, but I just wish they'd be fighting to make the infrastructure great, to make the opportunities great, to streamline the ability of people to make a living, to be able to try new things, to streamline people. Dude, the person who's more than likely to start a business is an immigrant. And it's because they have a different mindset when they come in. Like, they want to do shit. And that's why I'm for them coming in.
Yeah, I'm for immigrants as well. I'm for legal immigration.
Yeah, I just think it should be a lot easier. It's basically impossible.
Yeah, and like, it should take, well, I mean, that was something I liked that Trump said, that he was going to expedite that whole process, you know, because
by expedite, they should just basically say hello at the border and give you a bottle of water. That's what the process.
Well, I mean, we can't be having people bring in like diseases and shit, right? I mean, do we want that?
What diseases aren't already here?
I don't know. I heard tuberculosis was coming in. I don't know. I mean,
yeah, probably in San Francisco from these fucking dipshit parents not vaccinating their kids.
Oh God. Or maybe it's all the feces in the streets.
Yeah. Anyway, dude, I feel bad because I was in a little bit of this is good. I almost think we should just fucking put this whole thing out that we just said in its entirety.
Yeah. That's what
this is real, man. And people are all feeling this. I'm not embarrassed or feel weird about anything that was said. I think what was said between us is really, it's an important thing.